The 13th greatest attack fact of all time is in 2015, after the attacks in San Bernardino, a judge told Apple to give the FBI access to the shooter's phone. And Apple said no. Their perspective was, yeah, you guys are trying to do an investigation here, but you have to understand, to access his iPhone, we would have to add a software backdoor that allows access to anyone's iPhone. We spent all this time building this ironclad wall of iPhone security, and you're telling us to dig a tunnel under it. We're not the only ones that will figure out about that tunnel. So in the name of user security, Apple said, no, we're not gonna help you. Then the FBI said, all right, if you're not gonna dig us a tunnel, we're gonna find one. Enter Mark Dowd and David Wang. See, Mark was the founder of a small Australian cybersecurity firm called Azimuth. David, one of his employees, was a Yale dropout and famous iPhone jailbreaker. And the FBI came to them and said, we've got an iPhone 5C that we need you to break into. Now, with older phones, you could just brute force in, just try every single password combination, and eventually you'll get it. But the 5C was running iOS 9 that had a new feature where if you get the password wrong too many times, it erases all the contents of the phone. Faced with this problem, Mark got to thinking, and remembered a small vulnerability in the open source code that Apple was using to connect accessories through the Lightning port. Now, it hadn't been useful up to that point, but it might just be the key for this. Now that Mark and David had their foot in the door with that small vulnerability, they developed a whole exploit chain called Condor. Tested Condor on a bunch of iPhone 5Cs from eBay, and it worked. Finally, they got the shooter's phone, deployed Condor to disable that stupid auto erase feature, brute forced in, unlocked it, and turned it over to the FBI. Now, there wasn't super valuable evidence on the phone, and Apple did end up trying to sue one of David's future companies for like copyright infringement or something. If you think about it, this is the best way it could have gone. Apple didn't have to put a government-ordered backdoor in, the FBI got their evidence, and Apple security got better because now they know about that exploit.